So from 2017 to 2018, we lived in Greece in an awesome city called Volos.
This place was the city in which we actually met, but also where we started our personal development journey.
So during this year, we learned a lot of lessons about all the life areas.
Some of these lessons were surprising, but not because we didn't expect Greece or Greek culture to teach us some life lessons, but because they made us see things from a different point of view. So at the end, we decided to adopt these things in our lifestyle, and they changed completely our life.
So in this video, we want to share with you 5 of these surprising lessons we learned in Greece and hope they will improve your life as well.
Welcome back to Sonic and Journey, the channel that will help you in your journey towards
A happier,
healthier,
and more compassionate life.
I am Fra.
And my name is Seven.
Let's go straight to the number 1. So, the number 1 is the importance of slowing down.
So in Greece, everything is quite slowed down, at least compared to the culture where I come from. And this concept is called siga siga. The literal translation would be slowly, slowly, and but it's much more than those 2 words. It's a whole attitude, like way to live, actually.
Yes,
Lifestyle.
it means like don't hurry, just calm down, and let's see, things will turn good.
It's like being stress and worry free, more
Yes.
like that. And in Greece, this can be seen in many different ways. But I mean, for us, we saw it first, I think, with the coffee culture.
Yeah.
In Finland, we have a cup of coffee, we drink it in 10 minutes. In Italy, it's just very small coffee.
You go in the bar, and take an espresso, drink it, and in 5 minutes you just go away.
Yeah, but in Greece, the coffee can last 1, even 2 hours.
Even 3.
Yeah, sometimes even 3 hours.
Around this coffee culture, there's as well, because they see it as a moment in which you take things slowly and you have time to socialize with other people, time to relax, for example.
Yeah, and for us this was really strange at the start, coming from cultures that are more fast-paced, that you go from a place to another and you do your thing there and go from a place to another. And in Greece it's more, everything is kind of more laid back, and this we learned there. Very important life lesson is that it's very important sometimes to just be slow. You don't need to be fast all the time, efficient. You can sometimes just relax and not stress about things.
Yeah, and in these moments you can understand that life is more enjoyable. Even when you have a deadline or you have a lot of things to do, you slow down a moment to enjoy what you are doing.
Yeah.
And that's completely different experience that you will have from doing the same thing if you do with stress or you do by slowing a bit down.
Yeah, I think the key thing is here that slow down and be more present whatever you do.
Yes.
Second thing we learned was use free time wisely. So when we moved abroad, when we moved in Greece, we didn't have really that many friends there at the start, or responsibilities, places to go, things to do. We kind of didn't know what to do with all this free time. The first time in our lives we actually have it and we can do whatever we want. And then we understood this, that free time, if you want to use it really wisely, you should spend it on like the entertaining things that actually gives you really happiness, that is fun for you, whatever that is, if it's exercising, being with friends, being with your family, things that make you happy, but also things that are kind of the education side.
It's okay if sometimes you feel that you just want to spend your free time to relax. Even watching Netflix under the blanket is okay to do it sometimes, but we realized that spending your free time balancing the educational point of view with the entertainment point of view gave us much more long-term happiness.
Yes. It's not just that it's you're searching for the short-term satisfaction for that moment, that this night I will do that. We also thought about the long term, like for example a job, which kind of skills that would improve me and so that I can get a job more easily. Or for example things that, okay, maybe my family relationship is not that good, and you read a book about that, for example, how to improve it. Or your fitness, you study about diet, nutrition, maybe something like that. So it's that you have the happiness for now with the entertainment, doing really things that you like, but also you learn things that you will benefit from really in the years to come.
Another thing that we learned from Greece and Greek culture is the effect of generosity. It's not that before we didn't know the real value of generosity, but watching Greek people with their hospitality, with their genuine instinct of helping people, even the sharing food culture, you know, like they sit on the table, they share the food. It gave us the opportunity to see the real effects of generosity.
Yeah, I saw this generosity and hospitality when I was actually hitchhiking all around Greece and the Greek islands, and I was just putting my thumb up, you know, to hitch a ride, and I wouldn't really imagine that people would stop, because in Finland I don't know, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, but really like 1 in 3 cars or like 4 cars stopped actually, and they just let me in, and they wanted to have a chat, to get to know me, and like even families, and I remember there was actually one, like parents and a little child and a dog like next to me, and we were just talking about life, and it was really great.
Yeah. And in Greece I had the opportunity to really bond with the family that rented me a house and host me for like a Christmas holidays, and it was super nice because their way of hospitality is not just to get something back. They do it really naturally to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel welcomed, and after that you kind of feel that you have found another family, that you are really loved and you are significant for them. So at the end I think the biggest effect of generosity comes to the social area. So you can create a super strong social bond with the people that surprisingly can be generous to you, giving all what they are to you.
That you can create amazing human connections just by doing one small generous act. It can be a huge thing for somebody.
And don't do it to have something back. The really genuine generosity is the one that really comes from the bottom of your heart.
In Greece, we also learned the power of self-care habits. So we had a lot of free time in Greece, as mentioned before, and this is exactly what gave us the time to learn things. And we learned about things, what brings you the happy state of mind daily. And one of the key things was self-care habits. To have habits daily that you do that really gives you the good mood for that day.
So, for example, some of these things were going to the gym, starting to work out, or taking care of our body, morning routine and night routine.
What was a good thing that you could really see like the anxiety levels going down. You're really like more stress-free, and you have more positive feelings daily because of how you started your morning and how you ended your night.
And that was self-care because we were loving ourselves. If you want to improve your life, you want to kind of upgrade something that you are not satisfied with in your life. So this is also self-care because they bring you much more happiness. They make you feel better. The power of self-care habits is to give you more mental clarity, less stress, less anxiety, and much more peace
Yeah.
in your life.
Yes.
So, last but not least, life lesson we want to share with you is about money management. Even though we did it in a different way,
We learned really different things about money
yes,
management. but-
I experienced that in the hard way. He did it in a nice way.
But both learned something.
Yes, and it's very important. Without this, I think our lives nowadays would be completely different.
Yeah.
And this is my experience. I had few savings and I very quickly spent them all because things cost much less in Greece than what I was used in Italy, and I wasn't really ready to manage all those money, and I just spent them all, you know. And the halfway of my experience abroad, I was completely without money, and I had to face the hard truth that I need to learn how to manage my expenses, to keep track of them, and you know, to learn to feel. When you have to learn to live with very few, you really understand the importance of money management.
Yeah. And for me it was that when I moved to Greece, I had really small income there. I mean, I'm talking about 200 or 300 euros a month, which is very few actually to spend. I was living in a hostel, which was quite not so nice place to live, but anyway. But I was managing with this money really well to live like a lifestyle full of experiences, because I was managing the money well. I was thinking where to invest, and I didn't invest in things that I didn't need. I invested in trips, in experiences that I could have, especially with people that I met there. And so I learned that with good money management you can actually have really great life experiences. You don't necessarily need money to get them.
So at the end, what we both learned from this experience is that you have to recognize in which things you want to spend your money in,
Yeah.
which experience is worth your money.
Yeah.
These 5 lessons that today we shared with you were the start of our self-improvement journey.
We made the last video, it was about the pros and cons of living abroad as young people. So if you got inspired from this video to learn stuff you as well in your journey, and you want to maybe to move abroad, make sure to check that video out. Please join the conversation and share with us in the comment section below. What is one life lesson you learned that changed your life?
If you find interesting these lessons, please consider like the video and subscribe our channel. And here's Fra.
And Seve, until next time.
Ciao ciao!
Ciao.